You see, this is the name of your ID, ASR01, that already mentioned in the nickname, I mean, in the sheet, management sheet. And when you will enter or doing login in the platform, then you have to click on the My Jobs. And in the My Jobs option, then you have to check out the waiting to receive options, okay? And in the data labeling section, you will get get a project name, Nova Official Tamil Transcription. So you have to check mark it first and then click on the accept button. Then click on the yes button. So when you will do this, it will go to in progress option under the My Job section, okay? What will be the next? Then you have to click on the launch task. So when you will click on the launch task, then another tab will open in your browser, okay? So if you will get this or such kind of pop-in message or pop-up message, just close it. And look at here. This is the exact interface of your transcription platform. So let me introduce with this platform first. As you see here, this is the play and pause button. You can play and pause the audio clip. And this is the total duration of this audio clip, 10 minutes, 19 seconds, and 0.42 millisecond. There are three options. It means that the segmented part will play only once. And the second one is the segmented part will play in a loop. So during your transcription, you can choose this option. This is my suggestion. So the segmented part will play consistently. It will help you to understand the text, understand the words, and it will help you to write it down. This is the speaker. So you can just increase the volume here apart from the device volume. So that's all. And when you will do the segment, it will show in the left side of your screen. Till now, do you have any question or not? If you haven't any question, we can move to the next. Do you have any question? Perfect. Now listen to me. What you have to do as a transcriber here. As a transcriber of Tamil language, you have to do two things here. As you see, in the top of your screen, there is audio whips. So the audio files duration is 10 minutes 19 seconds. So you have to segment these audio files in several segments or splits. You have to split it in several segments or parts. Okay. And what you have to do then, after doing the segmentation, you have to write down the text, what exactly the speaker said on the specific or particular segment. Now the big question is, how can you do the segment here? Before dive into this topic, we have to ensure first the entire audio clip is valid or not. And how can we decide the entire audio clip is valid or not? So this is the guideline, right? So in this guideline, you will get the validation of whole audio clips in the in number 2, okay, under number 2. So what are the invalid reasons when you have to choose the invalid for the entire audio clip? 6 points. Number 1, non-target language. If you see the entire audio clip is in foreign language, I'm talking about that our target language for this project is Tamil. So if you will get the audio clip in English, the entirely it is in English, or entirely it is in Hindi, or entirely it is in Arabic, then you have to choose the invalid for the entire audio clip. Number one. Number two is illegal content. So what are the illegal content? If you will get the audio clip which is relevant with the religion, then the political issues, pornography, violence, racial discrimination. So these contents are illegal contents, okay? So if you will get any audio clip which is entirely discussing about these topics, then you can choose the invalid for the entire audio clip. And how can you choose the invalid for the entire audio clip? Look at the bottom of your screen. So as you see in the bottom of your screen, there is the option or drop down button for the valid data and the invalid data, right? So if you get or if you decide that the entire audio clip is invalid, then choose here the invalid and then click on the complete and load next record. For the invalid audio clips, no need to do any segmentation, no need to do any transcription. Now come into this point, the third point or third uh, remarks when we have to choose the invalid for the entire audio clip. The poor quality. If the entire audio clip is in poor quality, as for example, the sound is not much clear to understand, the pronunciation is not uh, clear enough to understand, that time you have to choose the invalid option. The fourth point is the only one speaker. If you will see that the only one speaker in one audio clip, then you have to choose the invalid for this audio clip. The fifth point is the music. If you will see in the background there is a music and it's lasting more than 30 seconds at least, then you can choose it as invalid. And the sixth point is that if the duration of this audio clip is below 10 minutes, then select the entire file as invalid. So how can you know the total length or the total duration of this audio clip? Here, look at here, the 10 minute and 19 second. So if it will below 10 minute, then you have to choose the invalid for this entire file and go for the next. Okay. Do you have any question? No, right? Now the thing is that if you see the audio clip is not following any one of the 6 points, it means that the audio clip is valid, entirely valid. So we will go for the next point number 3. For the valid audio clip, we have to do two things. We have to split the audio clip in multiple segments or several segments, and then we have to transcribe each segments one by one. So when you will do the segmentation, you have to follow some rules. Number one, each clip or each segment should include only one speaker. As you know, this is the conversational recording. So the two speakers are available in this audio clip. So when you will do the segment, you have to ensure this particular segment consists only one speaker. Number second, this is the first rule. So I'm just talking about in the basis of priority. So you have to, when you will do the segmentation, just prioritize it first. One segment will consist will consist only one speaker. Number second, is short clip should keep the relative completeness of the sentence meaning. You have to ensure when you will do the segment, within this segment, the speaker has done one complete sentence. If you will make any segment which is not complete in meaning, it will make error. Okay. So number third is that if there's overlap in one segment, and if the duration for the overlap is below 1 second, then it will you have to focus on the main speaker. As per example, sometimes you will get or encounter such situation like you are just asking someone, how are you? And before ending the question, maybe the uh, another participant replied, yes, I'm fine. So there might be a chance to overlap. If the overlap is below 1 second, then focus on the first speaker. I mean the speaker whose voice is very much clear. Ignore the second speaker, okay? And the last point for the segmentation is the valid duration for one segment in between 1 second to 30 seconds. It means that when you will make the segment, the duration of this segment should be more than 1 second and less than 30 seconds. So you can make a segment in between 1 to 30 seconds. It can be the 8 second, it can be the 5 second, it can be the 1 second, it can be the 2 second, whatever it is. Any questions from anyone?
Sir, what if the two speakers are simultaneously going to start a conversation and there is a overlap?
Sorry, could you please repeat?
What if the two speakers are simultaneously starting to speak a
Yeah,
thing
so
and
I
there
will
is an
I will
overlap?
I will discuss this point. Uh, till now, till now, what I already delivered in my lecture. Do you have any question or not? If the situation will like that the speaker is consistently making overlap or doing overlap, then the particular segment will invalid. The particular segment will invalid, not about the entire audio clip. I will discuss this point at the end of today's meeting. Okay. Now the thing is that how can you do the segment? As for example, let me play the audio clip first, and you can just zoom in and zoom out these audio waves by scrolling your mouse uh, with. Okay. Well,
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
நல்லா இருக்கேன். நீங்க
is my audio clip audible or not? Is it?
Your voice is audible.
Okay, fine. So look at here. If I just zoom in more and play the audio clip.
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
So maybe this is the point. This is the starting point.
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
Right? This is the starting point where exactly the first speaker started her speech. And this is the point.
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
This is the, just follow my white cursor. This is the point where first speaker completed her speech, right? So let me point out the ending point of first speaker. Click on it and then press the S button of your
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
keyboard. Okay. So where exactly you want to split or make the segmentation, click on that exact point and press on the S button of your keyboard. So it will make a segment, right? And when a segment will done, as you see in the left side of your screen, the second segment or another segment has added. Well, and if I just
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
want to see what's the length of this segment, look at here. This is the segment's length, 2 second 607 millisecond. So according to the rules, according to the last rules of segmentation, the length of the segment should be more than 1 second and less than 30 seconds. It's valid for this particular segment, right? And as you see here in this first segment, at the beginning of this space, there is a silence part, or there is a gap. Exactly from this point, the sound has, or the speech has started. So we should make another split here. So now look at here. This is the segment number 1, and the duration of this segment number 1 is 1 second 685 millisecond, which is more than 1 second. And this segment is completely, if I just play this segment, this is completely silence, right? This is completely silence. But for the second segment, we exactly cut out the first speaker's voice, and the duration of this voice, or the duration of this segment, is below 1 second. It means that this segment is not valid. According to the rules, the length of the segment should be more than 1 second and below 30 seconds. So what should we do? We can just increase a bit to meet 1 second. So now if I just zoom in again.
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
So now the duration of second segment is more than 1 second, and we encountered only one speaker in this segment, and the meaning of her sentence is complete. Okay, so this is a valid segment, right? So we have to check out the valid mark, and then we have to fill which number of speaker it is, speaker number 1, as she started the speech, and the gender of this speaker, we have to mark it out. She is female. And now we have to write down the exact things, what exactly the speaker told. So here is a robotic icon. If you want, you can just click on here to transcribe automatically, but don't rely 100% on it, because sometimes it fails to do the auto transcription. Even sometimes it exactly can't provide or doesn't provide the 100% accurate transcription. So during your transcription, you have to write down the things, what exactly the speaker said. Don't add any extra words, don't omit any words, even though you have to write down the pronunciation exactly. Don't make any mistake, I mean the spelling mistake. Is it clear or not? Do you have any question? No, right? Now the big question is that what should we do for the first segment, right? This is the segment, I mean, before starting the speech there is a gap, and the duration of this part is more than 1 second, so definitely we have to do the segmentation. And in this segment there is no voice, so it's silent. So if you will get any part in this audio clip which is silent or which contains any noise, any kind of mechanical sound, any kind of human sound or humanized sound, and the duration is more than 1 second, there is a no voice of any human, I mean speech of any human. So we have to do the segmentation and we will check it as invalid, and definitely we will mark what's the reason for the invalid. This is silence. And for the invalid segment, we we will not do the transcription. No need to do the transcription. So this is the segment number 1 and this is the segment
வணக்கம்ப்பா
number 2, right?
வணக்கம்ப்பா வணக்கம்ப்பா
And let's make the third segment.
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
So maybe the second speaker has end her speech here. So what should we do? Just click on the ending point and
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
press
வணக்கம்.
the S button of your keyboard. So where you will get the shortcuts. As you see in the top left side, there is a question mark, and if you just put your cursor here, you will get all the shortcuts here. So for creating new segments, you have to use the S button in your keyboard. So create a new segment at the cursor in the continuous mode. Even you can use the Shift plus S together to create a new segment at the current play time. As for example, if I just play this part
நல்லா இருக்கேன் நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க
எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
and press the S button,
நல்லா இருக்கேன் நீங்க நல்லா இருக்கேன் நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க
எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
so where my present cursor, I mean the blue color cursor, instantly we can create the segments by pressing the Shift and S together.
நல்லா இருக்கேன் நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க
எப்படி
And
இருக்கீங்க?
how can you delete the segment if you make any mistakes during your segmentation? How can you delete it? It's very simple. Just click the segment and then press the delete button or the backspace button in your keyboard.
நல்லா இருக்கேன் நீங்க நல்லா
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
Okay.
வணக்கம்ப்பா 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 வணக்கம்
வணக்கம்ப்பா.
வணக்கம்
So look at here at the ending and at the beginning of your segment, you can expand the segment, you can shrink the segment as you wish.
இப்போ ஸ்ட்ரீட் ஃபுட் பத்தி பேசலாம்னு இருக்கேன். இப்போ ஸ்ட்ரீட் ஃபுட் பத்தி பேசலாம்னு இருக்கேன்ப்பா.
வணக்கம்ப்பா வணக்கம்ப்பா வணக்கம் வணக்கம்ப்பா வணக்கம்
Okay. Now tell me if you have any question or any queries regarding the annotation or the rules of annotation. Okay, I hope during your transcription or before starting the transcription or annotation, you have to read the guidelines first, and then you can practice by oneself. And during your practicing time, if you encounter any issues, take the screenshot and share in the transcription group. So we will try our level best to help you, to direct you in the right way. Now coming to the point, what are the rules for the transcription? When you will write down the text, you have to be careful. You have to write it down exactly what the speaker said. Don't add or omit any words. Additionally, okay. Number second is that if you will encounter any situation like that, the speaker is pronouncing one complete word multiple times. So if the word is complete, then you have to write down how many times he actually pronounced. Number second is the filling words or filler words. During the conversation in between two speakers, if they will use any filler words like that, oh, so you have to write it down. Don't skip or overlook these words. Okay. Then the third point is repeating only a few syllables due to the stuttering or hesitation. So in that case, what you have to do, repeated only once, the transcribed the entire word. So if you encounter any situation, suppose the speaker is pronouncing any syllable or broken words which hasn't any meaning, right? So what you have to do, just skip this part. You have to write down the correct word after the broken pronunciation. But if the broken part of this word make any sense or any meaning, then you have to write it down. And number 4 is the number. If you will get any numbers in digit, as for example 5256, so if you will get such kind of things during your transcription, you have to write in spelling. Okay. Any kind of signs or any kind of symbols, any kind of numbers, you have to write it down in spelling. Now coming to this point, the punctuation. During your writing, you have to use the punctuation. So basically, the comma, the full stop, the question mark, and the exclamatory sign, you can use these things. But apart from that, if any symbol or any punctuation that usually you used in your Tamil language, you can use it also. Okay. Now coming to this point, when you will make the segments, when one segment will invalid, when we can select the invalid for any particular segment. As I already shown you that at the beginning of my segmentation, the first part is silent from the beginning to this point. This is silent, and the duration of this part is more than 1 second, so we have to do the segmentation, and this particular segment will invalid, and the reason for the invalid is silence. So let's see what are the main reasons for doing the for choosing the invalid for any particular segment. Noise. If you will encounter any noise, kind of the mechanical sound, as for example during your during your recording, as for example there is a horn from any bike, motorbike, or any bus or in trucks, so these are called the mechanical sound or noise. Even if you encounter any humanized sound, as for example someone is laughing, someone is coughing, okay, so these are also, someone is crying or shouting or anything like that, so you have to, and the duration of this part is, if the duration of this part is more than 1 second, definitely you have to mark or make a segment, and the segment will invalid, and you have to put the reason of invalid, the noise or the DEF or the overlap. Okay. And I just got one question from maybe Vaishali. So the question was that if two-person will do overlapping consistently, then what should we do? Definitely, you have to mark the part or segment this part, and as they speak at the same time, and the duration of this part is more than 1 second, definitely it will be counted as overlap and it will be invalid. Okay. But if the duration of the overlap in between two speakers is below 1 second, no need to mark it invalid. Okay. It will be valid, and focus on the first speaker. And the last point is the non-target language. As for example, someone already told a sentence the 50% of the sentence in the standard Tamil, and the rest part of this sentence is in maybe English. So for the English part, you have to make a segment, and if the duration of this segment is more than 1 second, definitely you have to select invalid for this specific or particular segment. Okay, but if the duration is less than 1 second, then what you have to do, you have to write down the English words spelling in Tamil language or using the Tamil alphabet.